Salutations and greetings, everybody, and happy Halloween! Yes, welcome to the Halloween Horror Movie Fest 2018. I am your main host. My name is Rata, the Furry King of Awesome. I'm usually a Siberian white tiger, and as you can see, I have the powers of speech, comedy, and film analysis. Today, I guess I'll be Rata the Unicorn, and we have other guests as well. You can see that the Rated Awesome Review Show background has been spookified for your pleasure. Welcome to part 1. We have no spoilers here. This episode, we'll be talking about 10 prominent horror movies. We're going to rated awful to awesome. A little bit of a difference this time, just for the pinnacle of suspense. So this year, I would say, has not been a good year for movies in general. And of course, that also encompasses the horror genre. A bunch of these movies on our list are pretty terrible, and we don't tell you which ones. And if you want to leave comments below about which ones we should watch, or what you think about this video, or what you think about the movies, we would love that. Alright folks, let's bring in our first animal critic, my friend, and sometimes lover, JK. He's gonna help me introduce the most awful movie of 2018 in the horror genre. It's Horvath, the Horny Hippo.
Whoa, hey guys, what's up? How's it going, Rada, my man?
I'm doing great, Horvath. How are you? Are you Cousin It this time? A lot of hair there.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one then. Yeah, for the kiddies out there, that's from Adam's Family, I believe. Actually, I am a rabbi for Halloween.
Oh, I can see that, yes. You got the yarmulke there. Why don't you introduce our first movie?
I really hated this movie, as there's a lot of people. It's on a lot of worse lists, and rightfully so. Number 10 on our list is Winchester, a real sleeper in more ways than one.
Oh, yes. I definitely fell asleep a few times watching this.
As I'm sure everybody did, because it's a bore fest.
It's an interesting story, kind of. It's kind of a heavy-handed with the whole gun issue plot. Jason Clarke is investigating this amazing, huge castle with, 100 rooms. And he's apparently finding out that ghosts of murder victims of the Winchester rifle is haunting this house. And Helen Mirren is the old lady, and it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, you could say that again. I mean, what's the deal with the ghosts in the different rooms? So why does only one ghost haunt each room?
Also, it was frightfully boring. I don't remember many of the action scenes at all. A couple of jump scares there, but not very interesting. Definitely pass on this one. We're going to give this 2 stars, rated terrible.
Stay away. There was a bunch of plot holes never answered, and it was one of the first of the year, and it was a big dud. Nobody went to see it. It made about $25 million domestic.
Yes, we're going to give you the nationwide grossing on all just US. On to number 9. We just saw this recently. This one's for the families and the little children who like bad jokes. The House with a Clock in its Walls.
Whoa, what a mouthful right there in the title alone.
Jack Black and Kate Blanchett are warlocks and witches, and they are trying to stop these villains from turning time, where then they'll be the only humans alive. This is the main motivation of the villains.
What a dumb story.
Well, we were interested because Eli Roth usually does R-rated horror movies like Hostel and The Green Inferno and a bunch of like torture porn movies that we haven't seen. He's branched out a few other ones, but this is his first PG movie, definitely for the little ones and the families. And I think it's not good for any of them.
Yes, there were so many jokes that just didn't land. I mean, they did a few of the poo jokes. There's an enchanted lion sculpted bush, and it's like pooing out like debris and mulch and stuff. Like, who cares? And they do that joke like 3 times.
Most of the jokes are really bad. Did all excellent jobs in their performances, but the script just really let them down.
Yeah, and Kyle MacLachlan as the main villain was alright too. But they throw so much like Harry Potter-esque magic gobbledygook to get out any kind of scenario.
There were some cool creatures here and there, but that was not enough. We're going to give this 2.5 stars, rated lame. And it's made upwards of $67 million so far.
What a disappointment with the amount of talent behind this. The special effects were fine, but there were some weird, wacky moments there that's no good for anybody.
I'm looking at you, baby Bati. Alright, we're on to number 8. We're gonna get another animal critic to replace me. Let's bring in Trevor, the stoner T-Rex.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Good to see ya. Yo, Horvath, what's up, man? Well, I'm doing great, Trevor. So I guess you're a ninja? That's right, man. I'm silent and deadly. As long as you're not giggling too much. Let's go on. Number 8 is The Nun. Yeah, another major disappointment, man. This was supposed to be the best of the Conjuring series. We got Conjuring 1 and 2, Annabelle 1 and 2, and this one. The Nun character came from The Conjuring 2, and we were so expecting like a better backstory, like what's going on. And dude, it's just a bunch of dumb jump scares you've seen a million times.
Hello.
Yeah, I gotta back you up on that. I mean, one of the only good things about this movie is seeing one of our Smoking Hot Elite members, Taisa Formiga, but she's covered up in a habit the whole time. What the fuck? Yeah, man, and she's got some, like, love interest, some weird dude from the village. There were some decent scary moments here, but it's, like, only cool if you've never seen a horror movie in your life. I thought some of the imagery, some nice symbolism here and there, but generally the plot was non-existent. I need some better dialogue and some backstory. There was a few interesting scenes, but dude, that doesn't make a whole movie. We're giving this a very disappointing 2.5 stars, rated lame. And yet still, it's a massive hit at 117 million. Yeah, man, it just keeps going. So, I mean, the Conjuring universe is not stopping, but I think Annabelle 3 is up next, actually. Maybe we'll have a Nun 2, because this was a huge blockbuster. And maybe they'll actually learn that, dude, we need a plot. Because I know there's been a lot of unsatisfied fans from this, and I've been telling everybody I know, like, dude, The Nun is not the horror movie to see this year. Absolutely. Let's go to number 7. And I'm going to switch out with another friend. Hey, man, good to see you, dude. Well, definitely, bro. We'll kick it later. Alright, that was Horvath, the Horny Hippo. Totally new to our Rated Awesome review show. You may have seen him only in the Stardust reviews. That's only 30 seconds, man. Follow us at Rated Awesome. Let's bring someone else fresh for your eyes. Our youngest member, it's Giovanni, the punk giraffe. Oh, hey everybody, how's it going? Oh man, good to see you. So, did you cross-dress this time? Oh yes, I am the Chiquita Banana Woman. Ah, dude, looks pretty cool. Almost like a crown, man. I like it. Okay, number 7 is actually number 4 in a franchise. It's Insidious, The Last Key. Yeah, dude, not a fan of this movie. All these horror movies we listed so far, you can pretty much stay the fuck away from. Yes, I am a fan of the Insidious movies. I like 1 and 2 the best. It's an interesting concept to see a kind of ethereal plane where different ghosts and spirits reside. Then the human has to chase them after they're kidnapped by some demons. Well, in this one we get a kind of spin-off character played by Lynn Shay. She's like the fortune teller. She's the one that's able to cross over and hear the different spirits. But it's quite a different thing to actually be the protagonist this time, huh? No ageism or anything, but dude, this woman's like 70 years old. And we're following her as she's running and jumping and falling, yelling and screaming. And dude, she's a good actress, but can she really carry a movie? Apparently not. This movie was also kind of unfocused. Like, I had some other demon who was like stealing your soul, like the sea witch from Little Mermaid. He sticks his weird key hand into the throat and just like takes your voice. That was alright when I saw it in the trailer, but then it only happens a couple times and then retreaded a bunch of different scenes from the other Insidious movies. Definitely the worst of the franchise, man. Oh yes, and that's why we're going to give this 2.5 stars, rated lame. We expected better. Also written by Lee Whannell, the same writer and creator of the entire Insidious series, as well as the original Saw movie. There was a couple of shoddy CG scenes as well that showed some real failures. The CG was definitely lacking in this one. Also didn't make as much as some of the other ones in the Insidious movies. It made 68 million nationwide. Alright, at number 6 is Strangers, Pray at Night. I got to say, another major disappointment for the horrors this year. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. Yeah, I am a huge fan of the original, The Strangers. If you haven't seen it, right here I'm going to give it 4.5 stars, rated fantastic. And that's a lot to live up to for a sequel, I get it. But the promise of learning more about the 3 strangers, so we got the guy in the weird canvas bag mask, Then we got the blonde smiley girl. Her name is Dollface. And there's also Pinup.
I wanted to know more about them. Like, are they a cult? Are they a family of killers? Why are they doing it? What's their motivations?
Yeah, and you don't really learn much. And this one looked promising, man, because I had a pretty decent cast, too. The very busty Christina Hendricks. Another one of our smoking hot elite members. Horror Harlots 2018, you can see right there. You also got another young actress, Bailey Madison. Even the dad, played by this veteran actor named Martin Henderson, he was one of the best characters. Another young actor, this guy named Louis Pullman, plays the brother, and he recently killed it in Bad Times at El Royale. He actually uses logic, like the dad. But, dude, no one can save this movie because, again, all boils down to the screenplay, which was shit.
So much poo-poo in the script, unfortunately. The stranger is chasing these people, and the people that's making the dumbest mistakes ever, they're not calling cops, they're not sticking together, they're just going off in themselves, making lots of noise, like saying, "Hey, strangers, come on over here and murder me."
Yeah, man, and they're not fighting them off enough. They're just regular people. They happen to be dressing up and killing strangers, but they're not supernatural or anything. That's what's cool about this kind of movie, and also the Scream series. Like, you can kick them and punch them, and they'll fall down, and they can make mistakes as well.
Not enough, history of the characters and plot holes. Just really overwhelmed. We're going to give this movie 3 stars. Rated cool.
One of the things I will applaud them for is their use of music.
Oh yes, 80s kind of throwback songs, and they really worked well with the blending of the horror and the good time happy pop.
Gotta get your toe tapping, and that pool scene was real sweet, man. Everyone loves that.
And people weren't really watching it very much. It only made $25 million at the box office.
I'm gonna switch it out again. I'll see you later on the flippity flop.
Alright, thank you everybody for joining us on another successful Halloween Horror Movie Fest. You can see a lot more reviews on Stardust. Just download the app on your phone, even become a critic yourself. Follow us as Rated Awesome. Join us for part 2 of our Halloween Horror Movie Fest 2018. We'll go over our top 5 Halloween movies of the season. We'll also be giving you our civil warning for a movie that you definitely should avoid for the sake of your soul. Even if you're a horror fan, the stakes are that high, so join us to find out whether horror movies should be on your radar. Continue to follow us here on YouTube as well as Instagram at Rated Awesome Films and our political channel Outrage for America. We've also got a brand new show, now 3 episodes deep, called Political Party Animals. I am the liberal tiger there. And we make fun of the clown in the White House, so that's good times. Please check that out and tell your friends. There's a lot of great stuff coming up and so many movies to see. Now, go forth and be awesome!